All right, we're going to slate this.
Nice.
Jameson,
William.
welcome to my third ever podcast that I've ever done.
This is only the third one.
Yeah. The internet just doesn't have any podcasts whatsoever, and they're just like, man, we really need another one.
I would have never agreed if I thought you. I don't know.
How many followers do I have? 4.
4.
So
All right,
this
well,
is
that's
going to
2
be
more
seen
than I
by less than that because people will be like, podcast.
Yeah.
Nah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this low and brow beer that you have here. How very motley crew of you.
For the best of times.
So, on this second day of 2026, here we go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell? I'm sure that everybody out there in Billy Universe knows who you are at this point, but for the one that is still watching after this long and drawn out intro, tell them what's up.
Oh, it's me. It's your boy, Jamie. I play drums in the band that Billy, I'm his boss.
It is true.
He does
He's
sound
the
for
one
my
that pays
band.
me, to be fair.
Yeah, and he dates my sister, so I can like choose whether or not to pay him if I don't feel like it.
That is also very true.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, actually. It's pretty funny.
What,
it's
that I
like
date
a
your
great
sister? That's hilarious.
No, it's funny.
Your,
It's
your
funny
sound
that
guy is dating your sister.
it's funny. Me and the band will just text and be like, "We don't have to pay Billy right now. We don't have." We'll just put it on his tab.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's the net never terms. All right, so I think that we should start with this. Mm-hmm. There are 2 drummers that I work with that have absolutely phenomenal drum sounds. It's you and Johnny Schiff.
Oh yeah.
And I feel that both of you attain that drum sound without much effort on your end.
No, I don't do anything. I actually was recently looking. Some Instagram ad came up, and I was looking at that TuneBot thing. You know, that tells you the exact like frequencies that your heads are tuned to.
I have the Tama one from way back in the day, which is actually pretty cool. The Rhythm Watch.
Yeah.
And it is in my parents' basement. I haven't touched that thing in 20 years.
I was looking at that thing, and part of me really wanted to get it. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to like tune to a specific frequencies or whatever. It might make things easier. But then again, it's like I've been playing drums for
5-6 minutes now.
18 years. Oh my God. Yeah.
I have a theory with drums that you don't tune them and you don't change the heads when they fall into a sound. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I had a gig in the city in March of 2025, and I had a snare drum, that big, thick 6.5 by 14 Tama Star Classic Birch that I used for everything. That I changed the heads on that outside of the Country Music Hall of Fame on the streets of Nashville in like 2008. And I changed the heads again in this living room that we're currently sitting in in 2025. And I haven't played that drum since that gig.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's not the same. And there's actually a famous story about Eric Valentine. Are you hip with him?
I know that name, but
Eric Valentine produced the first Third Eyed Blind record. And it's just like, one of my favorite sounding albums of all time. And he had a Pearl Export drum, just a cheapo Pearl Export snare drum that he had, and that was the thing. He was just like it did most of it did Semi Charmed Life, all that kind of thing, and it did a lot of records. It did a Queens of the Stone Age record. It did all that kind of stuff. And he goes, "Man, I bought the exact same head that was on it, and it just wasn't the same." And although I did get a weird compliment from a blind lady about my snare drum when I did that gig.
Really?
If I can just flex that, I was in the engineer, or I was in the elevator with the engineer who mixed the show, and we were coming up, and the lady's like, "Man, the band sounded really good tonight." And she's like, the engineer was just like, "Oh yeah, that's great." She goes, "I really liked that drummer's snare drum." And she was like, "Well, actually, he's standing right here." I'm like, "Hi, I'm Billy. Nice to meet you." She goes, "That's a really nice sounding snare drum."
Wow.
That is a true story. That happened.
I don't think I've ever had a blind person tell me they liked how I sound, but
I couldn't play, but she liked the way my snare drum sounded.
Yeah.
So there was.
My favorite thing that happens, though, and it's happened a few times now in the last couple of years, is when a security guard comes up and is like, "The drummer." And then they shake my hand, and it's like, that's the coolest thing. I don't care about however many people come up to the merch table.
Dude, that's
the security guard. That if I win them over, that's the best.
Yeah, anybody that has to professionally listen to bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like I try to compliment, like when I was in my club years, I would make sure that if the band was really good, I would come down from my perch and just be like, hey, I'm not just like some guy.
I'm not just saying this.
I don't tell this to everybody.
Yeah.
But your eclectic folk rock thing when you guys all said hey at the same time. Sorry, that's a 2000 and late joke.
I mean,
so
if it ain't broke, it's...
What is internet sensation Spirit of the Bear up to these days?
Oh, man. What are we not up to? We're making a beer right now. I like that. That's the first thing I talk about, you know.
Brought to you by Lowenbrow.
Yeah. We're currently making a beer with Birdfish Brewing in Columbiana, Ohio.
And will there be a celebratory gig to knock off this beer?
Yes. At the moment, we're going to be doing February 28th at Birdfish. We're gonna release the beer. We may have vinyl in by that time. We're trying to do this thing where we release our new album on vinyl first, and like for a little bit, that's the only way you can get it. What else do we got going on? Yeah, we have a new album that's been done for like over a year, but we haven't been able to play and do much lately because our singer James has. Anybody who's been following us probably knows our singer James has been dealing with leukemia the last couple of years. And as of 2 days ago, on New Year's Eve, he did his last chemo. He did his last round of chemo. And now we're back.
Sweet boy.
We're so back.
Spirit is back.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for poorly shot and edited YouTube videos based on Spirit?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going on tour in spring. It's called the Digital Haircut Tour. So
I don't know that.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta ask, why digital haircut, and what the heck does that mean?
I don't know. We couldn't think of anything, and we just wanted something that sounded cool.
Who came up with that?
I think Nate did, our bass player. Fred came up with it.
Fred came up with it.
I really hope the microphone caught that.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. He somehow finds a way to make his appearance. So Nate came up with the digital haircut tour.
Yeah, James. I remember James was talking with Jesse, who's in Basic Printer, the band that we're going to be touring with. Mm-hmm. Great friend of ours, makes awesome music. Check him out. James texted us and he was like, we're having such a hard time coming up with stuff. Like we've thrown around like 20 names, and then Nate texted Digital Haircut Tour immediately. We were like, all right, that's it.
That's it.
Like,
that wins.
That's the rule of thumb in our band, is always like, sure, like what takes the least amount of effort but still sounds cool.
Weird, like seriously inside baseball kind of thing that only the specific nerds or nerd adjacent. Which, speaking of, so I have recently become a member of the Spirit of the Bear Discord. And I gotta say, not that I have a lot of Discord experience, the super fans on the Spirit of the Bear Discord are kind of insane.
They're amazing.
It's like, oh my God, like they know stuff about you. It's really wild. It's like, and they are active. Like, we were driving yesterday, and Gina was just changing the radio, or just change. We were on Spotify. Sorry, I'm an old man. I say changing the radio. She was putting a new song on with Spotify, and the Spirit of the Bear Discord was like, it's like, oh my God. She goes, how many notifications do you have? And if anybody wonders why I don't answer my phone, it's the Spirit of the Bear Discord.
It's our fault. Hey, you just joined it. You can only use that excuse for like the last month.
Fair.
Yeah, we got some people who are pretty passionate, and they're like the nicest people on earth. Honestly, they're so cool. Some of them we haven't even met yet. Like there's a couple people in there who I know who have been like, yeah, I'm hoping to see you guys one of these days. But then he's like, they're always asking questions about songs. They know about like all these things we've done that I've forgotten about. and I'm kind of upset that they know those things, because we've done some stupid
What's the one song what's the meme song? The Well?
The Well. We made everybody so mad on Black Friday this year, because we have a song called The Well. It's like the first song the band ever wrote, and I don't even think I was in the band at the time. So it would have been just James and Dan. But there's a little intro to that song called Falling Down, and we've always...
Oh, that's what that was from.
Yeah. So we...
I didn't realize that's what that was. That was very cool. I mean, again, it's like I've mixed 8 million of your shows now, and I didn't know that was coming. And I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, it's one of the most euphoric things to play.
That's what I posted on my Instagram story to say that I was there and I left the house.
Yeah. But we realized it was in the same key as our song Wires, which is it's like far and away our most popular song. And I thought everybody would think it was cool. They're like, "Oh, they're teasing that old song. It's that's neat, a little callback." And no, everybody was so mad.
They wanted you to play it.
They wanted us to play it, but everybody hates playing it because, well, I mean, it's 12 years old and we hate the song now.
Yeah,
but also
James, it's your cover band. You're a State of the Bear cover band at this point.
Yeah.
How do you think Mick Jagger feels? Do you think he wants to play Satisfaction ever again?
I don't think he knows where he's at most of the time.
I heard something about him the other day that he has a decorator go into his hotel room, and he has a decorator go into his hotel room, and it's designed to look like his house. So they advance the decorator to go to whatever hotel room that Mick might or may not be staying in.
Wow.
And it's just like that. Like, you guys need that kind of money. Like, I think like having money as a band. Like, here are the funny things that I think about. It's just like, all right, this is how you know a band has money. They have a lighting guy.
Yeah.
They have a Sprinter van, not a Transit.
But we have Ableton Live and do our own lights.
I feel like it's like, ooh, we have a monitor guy.
Yeah.
It's like there's like the evolution of how do you spend money as a band. It's just like your itty. Ooh, we have flight cases for everything now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, ooh, not now. You don't have like the Billy, the production manager, tour manager, sound engineer. You have a lighting guy. We do know quite a few. We've come across some really good lighting guys, but we just don't have any money because we're a small band. Well, this is about to change it. The 5 people listening to this podcast, especially at this point,
buy some merch. Please.
Which brings me to the next point. Can we shame James for not getting hoodies?
We can. I guess. I mean, I own the same amount of the band as he does. So do the other guys. What's the deal?
Your technician wants a Spirit of the Bear hoodie. What's going on?
We're just broke, you know. We always I always like, I don't think actual DIY people would agree, but I always say we're kind of a DIY band still because we do everything ourselves.
Well, I think most bands. I think you'd be surprised how many bands do that.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're at the upper echelon of things. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, I'll steer it to LM for a second. Look at LM. We've been in business for 40 years. Mm-hmm. My dad was fixing one of the saws the other night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like that stuff doesn't go away.
And he's retired.
Yeah, and he's retired. Yeah, he is retired. Yeah, and he was there until 9:30 the other night fixing our foam skiver. You know.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't go away. I mean, again, it's just like, you know, honestly, I think that once you get to that level, it kind of loses a lot of it too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're not as connected. I just think that it's you lose what makes you then. You know, going back to the Discord, people like your Discord because you guys are on it.
We're always talking in there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it makes a lot of sense, you know, and it's just like, okay. I mean, and again, and it's like if you really like a band, and you know, James is, I can't tell him this, he's a really good lyricist.
Oh, he's amazing. He's he's probably one of my favorite singers of all time already.
I can't tell him this.
And I'm in a band with him.
It'll completely wreck our like brotherly standoffish I'm better than you relationship that we have. But you know, I do love him, and he is
the war of the two sound men.
I won the war. I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, James.
No, I'm But I'm like the guy. I'm the mastering engineer who's secretly controlling everything behind the scenes.
It's. I'm sorry. Why I can't even remember. Why was I kissing his ass?
Because he's good at singing.
No, he's a great lyricist. Why was I saying he's a good lyricist? I completely lost my train of thought trying to
DIY.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So if you're touched by James's lyrics and you get to talk to him, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, think about if you're a bigger band and you start doing interviews and that kind of thing. It's like, think about how disconnected you get. Mm-hmm. You're answering the same basic questions. It's
my God.
Oh, what's the tour about, Jamie? Oh, what's the new album artwork about? I mean, Maria knows, right? I mean, it's like, I'm sure, she's got to come up with questions.
My fiance.
Yeah. Okay. So backstory: Jamie's fiance, Maria, is a music journalist, and she interviews, music humans, and it's like I can't even imagine what it's like being her. You know what I mean? It's like, oh God, how do I ask not the most obvious question to ever exist? It's like, so there's internet drama with you and your boo. What's or what's the new album about? What's the new tour about? All this kind of stuff that you answered a million times.
Where'd you guys come up with the band name? It drives me crazy. All of us crazy.
Well, we were doing peyote one night in the woods, and there was a bear that came by.
Yeah.
Spiritually speaking, I talked to the bear, and there's spirit of the bear. Animals were very hip in 2012.
Yeah, but
I think we need to name the band out of some kind of animal. Animals are really hip now.
I think what it was like a Facebook quiz.
Oh, sorry, I'm just
of what your spirit animal.
Trolling you.
It's just not. It's just boring. Like I don't know. I don't care. Whenever a band comes out, I'm like, I wonder why they called themselves that. And it's like, no, you just want to think of something cool. That's what I did. All these years later, now that I've started I'm like in a couple other projects now. I'm like, I just want it to be one cool word, and like it doesn't have to mean anything.
Thor. Hammer. What's the name of your mastering company, Jamie? It's just called Tape.
Jamie.
I'm a.
But yeah.
All right, so let's talk about tech stuff. So you are a mastering engineer. Something that I absolutely can't stand. I want nothing to do with it. I don't even want to. So, all right. So, the way that I always explain what mastering does to people, that especially if you're working with somebody who's never had mastering before, I always say it's an objective third party to listen to things.
Yeah.
They take the demo-itis out of things. It's a separate set of speakers, a new set of ears, another set of tools. I don't use a Baxendall EQ for anything. I don't know that you do either, but
No.
So when you listen to a track, what are you listening for? What are some of the things that you like to do? I mean, again, I like to roast all the mastering engineers. Like, oh yeah, it added half a dB at a full Baxendall shelf at 35 dB, 35 hertz.
Yeah, no, it's different for every song. I always kind of did this, but when we went to NAMM last year, we met with we were talking to Jim Stewart from Cleveland and Dan Millis, the mastering engineer, who he made me feel so good about myself. He was so nice. Because I was like,
they're Ohio boys.
I was like, these are all like real mixing guys and real mastering engineers, and I'm talking to them. No, I you know what I'm talking.
And I am what exactly to you? Just kidding.
Your family. No.
My freaking brother-in-law who has all the Waves plugins mixed our record.
Yeah. But talking to Dan especially, he asked me, he's like, what do you work on? Like, what's some of your gear? And I was like, I'm embarrassed to admit this. I just work in like my second bedroom in my apartment. And he's like, oh, me too. And he has like Grammys and stuff. And I was like, oh, that just made me feel a lot better. But, he told me he listens through every song no matter what. And before he does anything. And so I started doing that a lot more with like albums, especially if it's a full album. I want to hear the whole vision. Because, at the end of the day, it's like 30 minutes out of my day.
So what are common problems that you hear? I guess the thing that I'm going to poke you about is, so if you're listening on near fields or headphones and your room isn't treated or you're listening too loud or any of those kind of things, what are common mistakes that you hear as a mastering engineer?
I think common mistakes people make all the time, and I'm probably guilty of it too, is too much low end and over compressing.
Over compressing individual elements or over compressing the entire mix?
The entire mix.
Okay.
I've been guilty of it. I've done it for sure. But, we're just trying to figure stuff out. James is the mixing engineer in our band, so I do the mastering. And sometimes, like you said, it's nice to have that third set of ears, but we are a little different where it's like, oh, we've been here since the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that James is I think he has a good idea of what stuff sounds like to James. Just like I have a good, a James mix sounds like a James mix. A Billy mix sounds it's like a Billy mix.
Yeah.
So I guess the other thing is, it's like, okay, so let's say that you have an album that was one song was recorded and mixed by me, another song that was recorded and mixed by James. Those are two very different engineers. What do you do to make them together as an album?
The biggest thing, I always start by at least making sure the vocals match. Because I think that's the most important thing. If you're listening to a song and then the vocals sound a certain way, and then the next song they're like 20 times louder.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty noticeable. But like nobody, unless you're kind of doing this stuff, if you're a mix engineer or if you just really pay attention to production things, you're probably not going to be like, I can tell that's a different snare drum or microphone or something like.
Yeah, the average person doesn't know.
Yeah. So yeah.
The other thing, okay, I'm just asking you a bunch of questions now because, I mean, again, I'm just completely ignorant to the mastering process. So explain to me what LUFs are and why do I need to know about them?
I don't even know myself. Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Why does it have to be 14 LUFs?
I don't know. Spotify's just the worst, if we're being honest. Because I don't know.
Goodbye, future sponsorship.
Yeah. But, personally, every mastering engineer I've ever talked to is like, no, I don't pay attention to that. Like it's that age-old thing of like, just use your ears, man.
Well, I mean, it's really, I do it in the worst possible way. Like, I feel like I talk to other mixing engineers, and this is like one of the things that I am a little self-conscious about my deliverable mix, what my deliverable volume is.
Yeah.
Because again, I operate under the assumption that I am not going to master this. I have no desire to do it. I don't really have the tools to do it. I can fake it, but it's not my gig. That's not what I do. And I think that there's a lot of misconception about what a recording engineer does, what a producer does, what a mixer does, what a mastering engineer does. I've had this conversation with clients before where it's just like, I'm going to balance what you gave me. I'm not going to put another tambourine in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reharm your vocals. That's what your producer does. I am not that. I have no desire to be a producer. I'm not good at it. I know how to double track guitars. I can make any sound that you want. But, I'm sorry, we're straying from mastering here. So when I mix something, I have Duro meters from Waves, and I just keep it in the yellow, and it's just like, okay, that's like loud enough that I can listen to it in my car, okay, and not too loud that the mastering engineer can't do anything. Because again, my thing is, I don't necessarily like. I want the mix to evolve,
right?
You know what I mean? Like I don't. It's fine if it sounds like my mix but louder, but also I would love for you to be like, hey, I have this tool. Check this out.
Yeah.
This is really cool. It would be really dope if we had a 1.5 cut at a narrow Q at, I'm sorry, I'm making mastering jokes there.
Well, yeah, like kind of like you were saying though, sometimes it's just your mix but louder. Like with you specifically, you have sent me mixes before where you've told me, hey, I need you to do stuff like work some magic on this. Where I'm like, I don't try some things out, try some
Wait till you hear the cymbal sound on the mix that I'm working now.
Oh, yeah.
God help you.
All right. We're going to make it lo-fi in just a bit.
God help you with the cymbal sound that I'm going to deliver to you in a few short days.
Yeah. I'm excited now. Oh, boy. But yeah.
Never have I once looked for Soothe to be a part of the equation, but now I'm like, I give up.
Which is, it's so funny because you like last week you told me like, hey, work some magic on this.
Yeah.
And then there have been times before where it's less in your creative control, and the client was like, this doesn't sound like Billy's mix. Can it be just Billy's mix but louder? And sometimes that's what happens. You just turn up the limiter a little bit and you don't have to do much.
So do you find yourself explaining what you do?
All the time.
So how do you tell people what mastering is?
I like to describe it as like, say mixing is like say you're making a cake. Mm-hmm. Mixing is like putting all those ingredients in a bowl and whisking it together. But I think mastering is baking that cake. It's like, you could... Ooh.
I wasn't expecting this metaphor. Yeah, this is quite good.
Yeah, thank you. Did it by myself. But
Grady Crocker can suck it. I can't.
Yeah. But yeah, I think of it as like, we've all tasted a little cake batter or something. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like it's not there yet. You probably shouldn't eat the whole thing like that.
I sent it to a client last week. I typed up a nice little email, and it's just like, okay, this is why I'm going to force you to spend money on this.
Mm-hmm. On mastering?
Yeah. And I'm just like, listen, it's consistency across systems. Mm-hmm. Beyond all of the objective things that we talked about listening and all that other kind of stuff, is this is going to sound the same on your Sonos speaker as it is on your super hyped hi-fi system in your super hyped car. You know what I mean? It's just... again, the older I get, the flatter my EQ gets on everything except live sound. Mm-hmm. I know. I wasn't expecting to hear that either. But like the EQ in my car is flat.
Yeah, same.
It's flat. All my hi-fi stuff is relatively flat. There's, a little bit of room correction on it, but it's never really hyped like it once was in my youth. But how do you get your record to sound the same on all of that stuff? So do you listen to on AirPods? Do you have
I have done full masters on AirPods before, and it's like, I don't know, I'm sure there's people out there who would like blasphemy and just like, don't do that.
No,
but it's like most people
it makes a lot of sense. It's like I will generally check my mixes. I check my mixes in a couple of different places, but I will always do it on AirPods. Mm-hmm. I have Bose Quiet Comfort headphones that I always listen on because those are really hyped. They have a mid scoop in them. They have a bass boost. Mm-hmm. I think AirPods sound great. And honestly, I was one of the ones that made fun of AirPods. And my friend Mike was like, you should really get them, though. They're actually good. And as soon as he said that, I'm like, okay.
I accidentally just washed my AirPods.
I did too. They'll be okay.
One of them doesn't work.
Just let them dry.
Oh, okay.
Give them a couple of days. Yeah. I did it too. Oh man, we're going off. But I fall asleep with one AirPod in.
Maria does that too.
I lay on my side.
Scares me.
Gina and I sleep butt to butt, so it's just like I'll usually fall asleep with my right AirPod in.
Yeah,
and I'll just watch YouTube videos, like mostly mechanics, auto mechanics. Or Chef John videos, but I'll fall asleep with it. And sometimes I'll check a mix before I go to bed, because that's my mono compatibility.
Yeah.
If I'm laying on my side with one ear in my pillow and the other ear with AirPods in. And we have a surround sound in our bedroom because Gina likes to watch movies in there. So, I'm a good wife. So I'll check it on that because I'm always curious to see what manufacturers put in the back channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, how does this work? If you're just giving a stereo mix. So have you done surround? Have you done Atmos?
I have not actually. I know some people who do, but I've not come across that yet. And I personally don't even really know what mastering for Atmos would be, because it seems to me like it would just be more so mixing in a way. Because
what's the deliverable on that?
I don't know.
Like that is something I'm in. I don't want to get into film. I don't want to get into anything that would require Atmos mixes. I think surround sound for music is not amazing.
That's so unprofessional.
What?
Getting a phone call in the middle of our talk.
Well, it comes through on my iPad. That's what you're hearing. My phone's always on silent, which is why I always miss calls. But I hate listening to music in surround.
I think it's weird.
I don't like it. My playback system is 2 3-way old school 80s Sirwin Vega speakers with a big ass sub.
Mm-hmm. And I don't need to hear like, oh, the tamborine's back there now. Like,
no,
that's so dumb.
I just don't like it. I mean, I don't want mono either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And there is a part of me who's just like, well, don't poo-poo 5.1, don't poo-poo Atmos, because it's just like everybody poo-pooed stereo, and I don't want to listen to music in mono. Mono sucks. You don't want that. It's like people listening on their phone.
Unless it's like an effect you're going for, it can sound cool maybe.
No, I like people who mic drums in mono, I want to stab them.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's like, why would you do this? This is the most beautiful. Other than a grand piano, I don't know more of a stereo instrument than the drums. It's like people who put up a mono drum overhead. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, there is this thing that I've been messing with a lot lately that, man, this is like the 4th time we mentioned him, Singer James.
He's in the zeitgeist.
he showed me in Logic, and I'm sure other DAWs probably have it too, but in Logic, it's called binaural panning. Mm-hmm. And I was just working with him on, I have this electronic album I've been working on, and he's been helping me with like mixing and some production stuff. But he showed me that you could automate it and like spin it around in a circle, so you're kind of hearing stuff like going around. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool for maybe like one effect.
Yeah,
but
you know that Neumann makes a microphone, a binaural microphone.
Oh yeah,
it's called the Neumann head.
The Neumann head.
It literally looks like a head. It's
Do you have it?
No,
okay.
I wish. Yeah.
I'm actually like as.
But when I do drums, I do record. I always take an MS. Mm-hmm. My room mics are generally always MS, or if it's a stereo pair on drums, I will generally also use an MS. Excuse me, I'm sorry for burping in the microphone. It's disgusting.
I've been doing it too.
And that's fine. Yeah, you're drinking beer. I'm just drinking coffee. I like having an MS. One of the reasons why I bought this house was this room. Mm-hmm. When I was in my early 20s and I was looking for a house, I was like, well, it's going to be a recording studio and I need high ceilings. And this house has 10-foot ceilings with a sloped back wall. Yeah. So as soon as I walked in here, I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to buy this house. Because drums in here sound amazing.
Yeah, they do.
They really, really, I mean, I cannot beat the drum sound. I remember when I first moved to New York, and the first studio I worked in had a smaller drum room than my living room. Mm-hmm. And we went to mix. I was like, oh, my living room sounds better.
Yeah.
But it's...
So here's a question. How much of that do you think any of that has to do with the performer themselves?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like I notice as a drummer these days that a lot of the times the way somebody hits a drum mm-hmm. really affects how things end up sounding.
Oh, I agree. I think that's what really has to do with your drum sound that I like so much, John's drum sound that I like so much. You guys both hit in a very, very unique way. Mm-hmm.
I don't hit very hard, I don't think.
Well, I think that's the key.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. You have to have really good sounding cymbals. That's the first thing that I notice with a drummer is your cymbal sound. And James, I got to tell you, you're the only one. I'm a loyal man. I'm a one-woman man, and that woman's name is Peisty. And the only time that I've ever been tempted by another woman... I mean, Peisty doesn't pay me. I don't know why I'm so loyal to this brand of cymbals. I have no sponsorship or loyalty to this company. But your Byzance Meinl cymbal sounds so good. Yeah. Like, you've got me straying. I'm like, what you got going on over there?
Meinl, they do it well. They do it so well.
I just love that dry, quick decay cymbal sound.
It's perfect.
The first time that I heard, we did a session, this was probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago in a studio in Columbus called Earthwork.
Yeah.
And hilariously enough, Aaron Bashara's drum kit was the house kit there from Doc Robinson.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up miking his drums last year. Yeah. And I was just like, man, this is a really familiar looking kit.
I didn't get to meet him.
Very few people play Yamaha Oak Customs. He goes, yeah, this was the house kit in Earthwork. I'm like, I played this drums. And he had Sabian HHX Evolution cymbals, which are Dave Weckl cymbals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, I did not put my own cymbals up on that session because those cymbals sounded so good. They just went, psh.
Sometimes it's like, yeah.
They're just really, really good. And I did a lot of the zoo recording with HHX cymbals because Pete had them. And the only other cymbals that really made me, your Byzant cymbals, I can't remember. Right, one of the first sessions we did, I think you were playing like a 22-inch crash ride and like a 20-inch crash. And I was like, whoa, these are cool.
It was, both of them were pretty much the same cymbal. Sadly, one of them is super cracked now, and I've just been using it as like a stack effect cymbal kind of thing. But they were both the Meinl jazz cymbals or jazz rides. They're both 22s. One of them was labeled as extra thin and the other one was medium thin. And I loved that extra thin one. It was such a
Did you get another one?
Well, that medium thin one is the one I got to replace it because I couldn't find an extra thin anywhere.
You do have me lusting after a 20-inch crash.
Yeah. That's my next move too. I want to get bigger crashes. Like
Gina owes me a birthday present and a Christmas present because my birthday, she's like, I want to buy you a cymbal. I'm like, you really don't want to buy me a cymbal. All of my cymbals are very bougie. Why don't you buy me something else? She goes, I really want to buy you a cymbal.
That's what happens to me too. Everybody's always like, what do you want for your birthday or Christmas? And I'm like, well, do you have like
$700?
Like $1,000 to spend?
So I'm gonna eat up my birthday present and my Christmas present this year. I want a Paiste traditional 20-inch thin crash.
Nice.
Which is a $700 cymbal. I hate
Cymbals are so expensive.
I know. They're so worth it, though. I mean, again, it's just like, I can make crappy drums sound good. I cannot fix bad cymbals. There is nothing you can do about it.
No, it's a lot.
You cannot do anything with those cymbals. Yeah. I have yet to find the magic bullet for that. And again, I'm a snob about cymbals. I will admit it to anyone who listens. Like, if you have bad cymbals, I know, and I will judge you for it. It's just like if you pull in, an A Zildjian rock crash or a ping ride or a new beat hi-hats. Yeah, that's right. I'm naming names. It's just like, oh God, what have you done? This is horrific sounding.
I do love the Mega Bell ride though.
Yeah, thank you.
There's only like 3 people on Earth who make it sound cool. Maybe not even.
Well, if you're playing speed metal or something like that, that makes a lot of sense. But it's just
Mario
like,
from Gojira.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that band? Yeah.
I know the band, but I don't. I mean, again, I live with your sister. These are all bands that I've heard.
I think he's the only person on Earth who's like, yeah, that cymbal, he deserves.
I feel like you have to have
that.
it like right here. Like it has to be like really low, like under your thigh. If you're gonna really do it. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, when I worked at Rockwood, I know I pull out the Rockwood example a lot, but it's just like, it is wild when you start hearing 5 or 6 bands a night on the same drum kit, and the only thing that changes are the cymbals. And it's like, man,
even the snares days?
We had a house snare, but nobody ever used it. It was so beat up from everybody just being like, this, no,
It doesn't matter as much as cymbals though.
But again, just talking about how people hit the drums, it's really, really different. And for me, I have way more years as a studio drummer than a live drummer. Yeah. So I'm so used to tuning my drums for microphones, playing my drums under microphones, that I feel like that completely changed the way that I played.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he's like, "I'm just trying to be a better drummer." I'm like, "Well, I think you should stop."
Was it me?
No, I told him, I'm like, I think that you should stop with your rudiment books. You've done that. You're done, because you don't need to pull that stuff out. Realistically, you very rarely ever need to pull that stuff out.
Yeah. How
do you get your drums to sound good? How do you get your feel to be good? And again, like, I don't know how to chop. There isn't 1 ounce of me because, I didn't shred my rudiment books. I can't play. If you told me to do a 4-stroke roll, I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just nothing that I had to do. I never played in marching band. You know what I mean? I never did anything. I started working in a recording studio when I was 17.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So any of that, like, really choppy stuff, I got beaten out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, hey man, this is a jingle that you're playing on. The China cymbal does not need to make an entrance here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when you start doing that kind of stuff, it's just like all that choppy stuff goes away. I mean, you get a bar or two sometimes to do something cool. And, you know, going back to how you hit and all that kind of stuff, it's like, I've never been able to be an arena rock drummer beating the hell out of drums. It's always had to be, the drums are too loud, the drums are too loud. Hey, dude, your drums are too loud, your drums are too loud, your drums are too loud. It's like, because again, and especially when I really transitioned out of being a drummer to being an engineer, your cymbal sound, your drum sound, that wrecks your vocal sound live. You're done. You're absolutely cooked. And especially now, it's like, you know, James, going back to James again, it's like, you know, the boy got cooked for 2 years. You know what I mean? It's just like literally cooked for 2 years. It's like, you want him to sing against, you know, you beating hell out of a ride cymbal. It's just like,
well, you and I only laugh because you and I talk about this all the time, but last year, so the first year of him being in and out of the hospital, he was dealing more with he had a very strange case. Like, it was brought up to like a board of doctors before, like presented at a summit, because like they just did not know what was going on with him. And it turned out he also had this blood disorder called like HLH, I think. Yeah, HLH. And so for the first year, that was what they thought it was. They thought it was leukemia at first. And then like, they're like, oh, that doesn't look right though. So we didn't really know. So at the end of 2024, we actually started doing shows again because it seemed like everything was getting better. You know, he wasn't, they seemed like they were fixing the problem. And we played a New Year's Eve. Was it New Year's Eve? Or maybe a couple days before.
Oh, at
New
House
Year's.
of Blues?
Yeah, we played with other Youngstown band called the Vindies.
When all of us were sick.
Yeah. and now.
There's a YouTube video on that show.
And yeah, there is. And now you and me and James always like, we talk about this joke of like, man, that was such a good show. Like, we played really well, actually. For me having a sinus infection, Billy had a sinus infection, Dan was getting sick, Ethan got sick Ethan wasn't there. Nate got sick after that show, and James had cancer. Even though we didn't know it. And it's like, you know what? We did a really good job that day for all the odds being against us.
Dude, sometimes you just... Sorry, I'm checking the battery of the computer. I'm just being lazy and didn't plug it in.
But yeah, it's I forget why I started saying that, but
just him being strong.
Oh yeah. But yeah, he's kind of had to learn, or he's kind of had to build his strength up again, like all of us have in a way.
Yeah.
Because we just haven't been playing for so long.
Oh, man. Well, that's what we were talking about before we even started. It's just like, you know, I've been trying to play drums again. It's like everything has been installs and engineering and all that other kind of stuff that I really just, and I'll get the occasional studio call, but it's never like, oh, do you just get to go down in the basement and put, you know, a playlist or whatever on and play along, which I used to do for hours when I was a little kid. Like, my favorite thing, I would play I would find live recordings and see if I could play along with the whole live recording.
Yeah.
When I was like 12 or 13, I'd be like, all right, give me the whole live record. Can I pretend that I'm the drummer in the band and play the show?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I bet I could do this for 2 or 3 hours. Like, it was a stamina thing. Now I'm just like, oh God, it's been 15 minutes. My hands hurt, my arms hurt. Yeah. It's like, you know, I'm sure everybody's like, you know, I mean, if you just practiced your rudiments, you wouldn't have that problem.
See, I always think to myself, I'm like, man, I used to be so much better at drums when I was like 14, because I would do this similar to you. Like, I didn't do live albums and like play the whole show or play through like a whole album. I would organize a playlist of just songs I liked and wanted to learn, and I would set it up like a set list. So I was basically like, I'm playing in this band, but it's also like 10 different bands.
Yeah.
So you'd have like Slipknot and then there's like a Shakira song I liked, so I would like jam along to that.
Oh my God.
But I would
patient families.
Yeah. I got to a point where like, and I didn't know how to like program a click or anything at the time. So I would go from like playing a song and I would somehow just know, I would do it so much that I would know how much time between songs there was, even if the song started with drums.
That, kids, is the day the mastering engineer was born.
I know. Yeah. It's always been there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're worse, or I don't think you're better now. Obviously, I think now it's more that you realize all of your mistakes.
Me?
And you specifically. I think you just realize your mistakes now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's just like you can hear yourself playing along and be like, man, I'm drifting.
Sure.
I'm rushing. I really rushed that fill. I didn't come back in.
Yeah.
I didn't come back in right. Oh, this isn't the right groove. You shouldn't put a crash there. That's
right.
I think it's that. And now I can't get out of my own head doing that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I've just been, I've always worked with the music director. It's always that kind of thing where it's just like, I'll play whatever you want. Mm-hmm. And now I find myself like yelling at myself, or even if I want to put in like a weird like tom fill or something like that on like, whatever song I'm playing around to that day. It's just like, no, it's just fun. You're allowed to have fun. You know? It's like,
yeah, I have noticed, especially the last few years, anytime, say before a show, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do like a cool fill here and like change it up a little bit. It always bombs. I always like, cause you get to that part in the set and you're thinking too much, when in reality you should not be thinking so hard. Cause like as soon as there's like that, I forget who's talked about it before, but I was watching some podcast probably, and someone was like, oh, it's like I saw this guy playing tennis and he was hitting like a perfect serve every time, but then I asked him how he does his serve, and as soon as he asked him that, he like started screwing up because he started thinking about it.
Man, I just think that you have to play the song. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think you have to be Neil Peart. I don't think you have to play the song exactly the same every single time. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there is definitely a little bit of like, you have to, you can't screw around with the song. Mm-hmm. You can't be bored. I think a lot of people just get bored.
Sure.
Like, I think sound engineers get bored. Like, anytime a sound engineer has ever really screwed up a show, you know what I mean? It's like they've mixed a show, or you're doing something real boring where it's just like a speaker is presenting something. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're just like, wonder what this layer does. I wonder what this button does. And that's the part that gets like completely screwed up. And I feel like as a band too, it's like, okay, I've played, whatever song 8 million times. I'm going to put this reggae beat in here, and this is going to be really cool. And it's like, and everyone's like, what are you doing, dude? It's like, there's a point where the song doesn't belong to you anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, it belongs to the audience. I mean, going back full circle to the beginning of the conversation, it's like, okay, all the Spirit of the Bear Discord people who are, are crazy fans about that kind of stuff. It's just like, well, it's their song now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You guys birthed it, but, they're you're the birth parents. They're the foster parents now. You can't screw around with that stuff. Yeah. And it is also amazing. I mean, how many things are hooks that you don't realize? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh man, the classic Jamie drop the one. You know what I mean?
I do it a lot live, especially. And ever since you brought it up to me, I'm like, oh, okay, I can only do like. I get like 3, and then
oh no, I like it, man. It's always cool.
I think it's always cool, but it's true. If I do it too much, it's like everybody's gonna be like, oh,
yeah. But there are certain things. I'm trying to think. Did that make a record? Is there any recorded appearance?
There's definitely a couple in there somewhere. I don't know if I could tell you a specific song, but yeah, I'm sure there's some.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like that's the thing, Yeah. I mean, it's like I guess here's the other thing too that I always think is kind of cruel. I think a lot of times when you're in the studio and you're figuring a song out, mm-hmm. and you kind of can't play it because it's so new. Yeah. And then you get the reps underneath you to do it easily. Mm-hmm. I feel like as a drummer, that's a lot of the things. The Zoo had a song called "Love" that was the first time that I ever had to play
the shuffly
the halftime shuffle.
Yeah.
And Khaled wanted it as a halftime shuffle, and I could not play that groove to save my life. And I had such a hard time with that in the studio that we actually, like, we had to work on another song that day, and then I went into the woodshed for like 2 straight weeks and listened to Steely Dan's Home at Last, Babylon Sisters, Fool in the Rain, Rosanna. Like, I just made a playlist called The Shuffles, which I still have, and I just learned how to play a shuffle groove, which is now it's one of my favorite things to play.
Oh yeah, I'm starting. That's something I've also never been great at, and like I work at a record plant in Cleveland called God Groove Records. If you're familiar,
they are now.
We just pressed something. It was like a bunch of I couldn't tell you the name of it, but it was like Bernard Purdie. It was like about him.
It's more of a lifestyle, really. That's what the Purdie Shuffle's about.
Yeah, and so I started like I was just like
not just a groove, hi-hats. Oh!
Yeah, and I was just going down the rabbit hole like crazy of videos of him, and it's just like it makes you just want to like I want to do this for hours.
Ain't nothing but rebounds.
It's so cool. It's so cool. But yeah, I feel like I used to be. I always like regret the first few years of the band because I was such a big fan. I mean, I still like them, of course, but I was like so big as a teenager into like Animals as Leaders and like proggy stuff, which I still do like. But I was like idolizing Matt Garska, which if you know him, he's a freak of nature.
I'm sorry, don't you have the Matt Garska ride right now on your?
That's the Matt Halpern
ride.
Oh,
excuse me, I got the wrong Matt. Matt Garska, Matt Halpern. What the hell's the difference?
Halpern is probably my favorite drummer because he introduced something in that people in metal. Again with this.
No, I'm sorry. It's the iPad. I'm not used to that thing being around.
I don't know if he's like the first person to do it, but in metal, he was like the guy who really, in the early 2010s, brought it forward, like grooving with complex music. If you listen to his band, like there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but it feels very comfortable, and I think that's largely because of him. But I was like so obsessed with like the chopping thing. And I was trying to do it in this indie rock band. I had a double bass pedal for indie rock music, and I just don't need that. And I always like tell the guys now, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was trying to just impress people, and nobody cared.
Dude, welcome to every musician ever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just
that's my thing now. Is I'm like, I just want people to like be better than I was, be smarter than me.
I mean, well, they won't. I mean, I'm telling you, it's whatever band you're into. You know, you're just, and I think I got really yelled at one time because I was playing in a dance band, and we were a bunch of white kids that were playing, you know, soul music. And I remember the first time we played for like a black crowd, I was really nervous, and I was just like, oh man, like I got to bust out all this gospel stuff to show that I'm on the level, and you know, I can't just be playing this backbeat in the background. Like they're going to think I'm just like this lame white boy playing back there. And we took a break, and the music director like basically pinned me against a wall and is like, what are you doing? Why are you wrecking my show, man? I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, that's not the show we rehearsed. Why are you playing all this crap? You think they give a crap about any of the fills and stuff that you can do? Just play the freaking show, man. Yeah. You know, and it was just like, and because I got so intimidated, so that was that. And then I've watched other drummers do that to each other. You know what I mean? In the jazz scene and all that stuff, it's just like, you know, oh man, Jamie Vitullo's in the audience. I gotta play for Jamie Vitullo. You know, it's like, dude, nobody cares. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, just play the song.
I'm gonna make fun of you no matter what.
No, but I mean, again, it's just like you have to do that. I mean, and I feel like as engineers, as musicians, like we're very intimidated by other musicians. You know what I mean? And it's like, especially if you're playing a genre of music that you're not, you know, you're not comfortable in. You know what I mean? Like that's a real thing. It's just like, you know, jazz is horrific with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like the intimidation factor of being a jazz cat is insanity, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, you know, somebody called a tune that I can't play, or, you know, I got to know all the tunes, and they vibe you hard, man. I mean, it's just, I've never been a jazz lover. I hate jazz. Famously, I hate jazz music. The scene is just very, very intimidating. You know, and it just is one of those things that it's just like, man, I've just watched people quit music because of that scene.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, as not one person. I've watched many people quit playing music because of the jazz scene. It's like, it's such a vibe there that, you know, it's like, oh man, I'm better than him. You know,
it's like it's so annoying. Yeah, and I don't know.
Which is probably why I never gave the music a chance, because I saw it from such a young age that I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to be a part of this. This is horrible. You guys are mean, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, I do think that's everywhere. Jazz is definitely like probably the first thing you would think of, or that kind of, I don't know, what would you call it, like one-upmanship kind of thing.
Which, I mean, is fine. I mean, like, I'm very competitive musically.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have 1 ounce of athletic ability in me. You know what I mean? I'm a terrible athlete. The only thing I can do is kind of ski. Like
you are a good skier, and I'm not.
I'm a crappy golfer. I can't do anything else. It's just like, and it's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun for me. It's not a competitive
It's called
thing.
playing music.
Yeah, exactly. but when it comes to music or mixing or any of that kind of stuff, it's just like, I get real defensive about that. You know, it's so wild. Like, I make fun of all like the dads and stuff who are like playing on like, you know, a Saturday morning softball team that take it like super seriously. I'm like, look at you guys, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's like, are you guys really? You're just trying to get out of the house, man. And then it'd be like, I don't know, Billy, I was standing in the back corner of the room and there was too much bass. I'm like, of course you were. Of course you were. There's a standing wave back there. It's like, you know.
No, you fool.
I'm not a bad engineer. I swear. It's you. It's not me.
Yeah. That's where I try, like, the self-deprecating thing can get annoying, but I know I do it a lot.
Dude, me too.
Because I'm like, I have to tell them I suck before they think it. And
it's hard, man. I mean, again, it's like the older you get, going back, you know, so we're dancing around the subject, right? About like, are you a better drummer now than when you were a little kid? And it's like, well, it's not that you're a better or worse drummer. You just didn't care back then. Yeah. And now I'm just like, you know.
Now the only people whose opinion I really care about is my bandmates.
Yeah, sure.
And that's because I'm just like, they know me better than anybody. It's like, they're gonna, I don't know. My fiance told me a long time ago that something that like really changed my perspective, which was like, you're all there to make each other look good. You can't, like, when you're a band, you
She's
can't.
not wrong. Those are very, very wise words from Lady Maria.
Yeah, you can't, like, if you're out there trying to chop over a folk song.
But that's my point, dude. It's just like, as soon as you notice another musician in the room, you're toast. You know what I mean? You have to not care, especially as a drummer. It's just like, no. They are paying me to keep time. Like, that is your primary function. Your primary function is to be there to keep time. Yeah. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think once you start really recording yourself, which is something that I was talking about earlier, but we never really quite got there, is how do I be a better drummer? It's like, you record yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like,
there's no, you know.
I took a lesson with John Hubble, the drummer in the Hunter Tones, who is just on another planet of being a drummer. John is one of the best drummers that I've ever worked with. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that he said in our lesson was, you should practice with a metronome, but you should practice very, very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you can set your metronome to 30 BPM.
Oh, that's so cool to hear, because I started doing that, and nobody actually told me to. I just thought it would be fun.
That was like a mind-blowing thing that John told me in the lesson. He was just like, just play a simple groove at 32 BPM, and every ounce of you is going to want to rush, because all music's around 120, right? And so it's like, for you to take that down to a third of the speed, a quarter of the speed, it's just like, oh man, like now you're really getting into, how does this feel? Where does the snare drum land? You know, that kind of stuff is really intriguing to me. And that's the kind of thing that it's like, I guess I just have a hard time going to the basement and screwing around now, because it's just like, you know, I want there to be a click.
Right.
Like, you don't need to. You know what I mean? You're just playing.
The click, there was a time where I probably would have been like, I'm never gonna play to a click.
No, I need it now.
That's not
it's
real.
a weird security blanket for me. Like, I have to have it.
It's my favorite thing.
Me too.
Every single show where you do sound for us, how many times am I like, can you put a little more gain on the click? Like every time. Because I'm just like, I can never get enough.
Dude, you're so consistent night after night. I have Nuendo session files of like runs of shows that we did. And it's just like, that's the same. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. Sure. And even James and I talk. I always joke with him. I'm like, dude, Jamie's so consistent. It's so wild. He hits the drums exactly the same. It's like, you know, you play the show basically the same every single night. I mean, it's like,
which is funny because I do tend to think like I've never. Like I do improvise a lot, but it's always little things.
Yeah, it's like
oh,
the
there's a
fills
ghost
and
note
stuff,
here.
But yeah, sure. But I mean, again, it's just like, okay, oh, this is a cool one. So Spirit of the Bear plays with a lot of tracks, which I think are really cool. I like tracks when done correctly. But I think from a drummer standpoint and an engineering standpoint, it's really hard to do well.
Yeah.
Because you have to make it sound like the tracks aren't there. Like if they went away, something would be really, really missing.
Yeah.
It is funny. I'm going to say how the sausage is made for one quick second. When you guys do Such Great Heights.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that's like the one song that you guys do without tracks.
There's some songs that are very track heavy and then a couple where it's like one thing happens.
Yeah, and it's just like, whoa, what happened? It's like I had this wall of sound that's just been going, and it's like you guys play Such Great Heights, and it's like, oh no!
I do always notice when I like see videos of that back, I'm like, okay, we're not like playing it wrong.
No, you're not.
But
playing
I'm just
it wrong,
like, oh, there is something missing.
Yeah, it's a studio song. I mean, it's like how many tracks did what's his name, Ben Gibbard have and all that stuff? It's probably insanity. But.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like when we're in the studio writing a song. Everybody in our band comes from such different musical backgrounds that there ends up being so much stuff in our sessions. Even some of like the more simple songs are crashing James's computer constantly. And it's because like, I don't know, especially this new album that's coming out, we did a lot of sampling and we like made our own samples, and you can kind of, I don't know. I feel like there's people out there who are like, it's cheating using tracks, but it's like, it's one of those things where we're like, well, there's like a cool sound in there. Like the song, The Shape specifically, there's like the sound that's like the, it's our friend Aaliyah singing.
Oh, I didn't know that was her.
Yeah, that's her.
That's cool.
Yeah, our friend who sings with us live a bunch and just
I learned something today.
Great human. It's just her.
Really good at making coffee too.
Yeah, she's really good barista. Yeah.
The best barista.
Yeah. She just sang like, I think it was just a couple harmonies and James put like a bunch of crazy effects on it. That song would not sound as good without it.
No, that's the hook.
Yeah,
that's the whole hook. Is that I had no idea that was her. That's really cool.
And we've don't get me wrong, like we like having our click and our tracks, but we've had times. We had a tour where we got robbed.
I got set up.
We got robbed in Salt Lake City. And we were able to make the show happen, but they took, I run a lot of our click and tracks off of the Roland SPD pad, and that got stolen. So we were just, for lack of a better phrase, raw dogging the set. and it was shocking because it still sounded really cool. It's just it's not quite the same.
Well, I guess that's my argument with the tracks thing, is if you can do your show without it, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same rule of like guitar effects or any song really. It's like, if you can strip it down to an acoustic guitar and a piano and play it, it's a good song. If you need all the stuff and the song doesn't work, you know.
Yeah. And it's like there's,
but I don't think it's cheating at all.
No.
Mike, like when we did Beautiful, the Carole King musical.
Yeah.
That was the last show Mike and I did together. And he had all
my brother's texting me, sorry.
He had all of the orchestral tracks and stuff, and it was so cool to hear all that.
Yeah.
Because he had the stems from the record.
Yeah.
When they did the cast album. And, you know, he just took the percussion out, he took the drums out, he took the guitar out, he took the bass out, he took the piano out. But it was so cool to play up against all that because we had the little like Personas Avion thing over here, and I could have orchestra And he basically just divided the orchestra up. So it was like, you want strings, you want woodwinds, you want brass, you want all that kind of stuff. And it was so cool. But again, to lay up to that was like, so it was a challenge. So Ben mixed that show. It's a challenge to mix it. You know what I mean? Because you're mixing very, very processed instruments against an acoustic band, which is not easy to do.
No.
You have to, you basically are whatever they did to the tracks, you have to process the band that way. You know what I mean? And that's I guess one of the things that you guys do really cool. So as much track as you do, it's just left right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bounced mixes are very good.
Yeah, there's not much, like there's always just a ton. We have 2 keyboard players in our band. But
2 times the national average.
2 times the national. Well, now I just bought that modular synth, so I'm the 3rd one now. But,
Are you bringing it?
Yeah, it's in the car, I think.
No, I mean, you bringing it live?
Oh, I would like to. I think it'd be cool. But
The most DIs per capita.
Yeah,
Spirit of the Bear, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't it cool showing up to a dive bar and when it's just a house sound guy and we're like, hey, we have like 7 DIs.
Dude, I was joking. I did that recording for Khalid when he had Money Cat and all that stuff, and he goes, "Man, you're gonna need a lot of DIs." I'm like, "Khalid, I got you. It is no problem. I have a literal Pelican case filled with direct boxes." He goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because Spirit of the Bear. Think about how many stereo things are on that stage."
And the funny thing is, we bring a lot of our own DIs too. I think we have like 5 among the band.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, I think I bring another 6. I have 6 DIs. I mean, it's a lot of DI for that show, which is awesome.
Just play the instruments, man.
You are playing the instruments, but again, it's like, I think that in the modern day, so I multi-track every Spirit of the Bear show. We have a multi-track recording of every Spirit of the Bear show that I have ever mixed. Yeah. So I think the first show I did with you guys was the Newport, right?
Or was it Black Friday right before that? A few months before that.
So 2022 was the
It would have
show?
been late 2022, yeah.
We did with you guys. And then, so I don't know. I probably have a multi of that show. I would bet that I probably do.
You probably do. We probably just didn't play that well.
And then we did the Newport in March of 23.
Yeah, it was like March 1st or something.
And then we went on tour. And that's when we became brothers.
We went on tour with the old Crowded House. I tell everybody that. I still flex
Dude,
it.
those shows were magic, though.
Truly the most fun.
Those shows were magic. Yeah. I love Crowded House. I had no idea who Crowded House was other than their what's the name of the song?
Don't Dream It's Over.
Don't Dream It's Over, yeah.
Well, it's
other
cool.
than that song, but it's just like, oh my God, they were such a good band.
Oh my gosh. When we watching them every night, and our last show with them was on Neil Finn's 65th birthday, I think. And
oh yeah, we bought him wine.
We bought him wine. And we went to bring it to their dressing room, and then realized they had way nicer wine bottles in there.
We brought him an Orange Swift. That was a great bottle.
It's good
of wine,
but they got the Brunellos in there. They got the. And
why do my California wines?
I almost wanted to
fiddle to Italian. It always is that way.
I almost wanted to switch the bow to see if they wouldn't know.
but we brought you this Sasachia.
Yeah.
Now but it was more sus and Gia.
But he turned 65 on our final show with them in Toronto.
That was a joke on the pronunciation, by the way, YouTube. I know how to
Toronto.
say it. Toronto.
Yeah, everybody told us at the merch table we were saying it wrong. But
no, I was mostly saying Sasakaya.
Oh.
So I don't get roasted for that. Well, actually, you use too much EQ and you can't pronounce Super Tuscans correctly.
Yeah, I drink from the spit bucket at the winery.
For the best of times.
Yeah. But they are such a good live band.
Yeah.
It was so cool to watch every night because it was just like you're just watching pros in every sense of the word. Absolutely body their set.
We learned what a roly-poly was.
What's that?
Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, the roly-poly is a somersault.
Oh,
that's just the so the drummer's wife Lauren would come and watch your set every night, and she would stand between me and their front of house guy Carrie.
Shout out to Lauren, she was very cool. By the way.
So cool. She was so awesome. I loved hanging with her every night, but it was so sweet that she came out and hung out with me. So we did that first gig at the State Theater in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
She came out, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, I'm Billy." She goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Lauren." The drummer's Elroy, right?
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I'm Elroy's wife. I'm like, oh, it's cool. She goes, I just want to come check out your boys. Everybody says they're really good. Everybody said soundcheck sounded great. That was the soundcheck that my console died. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a stressful day for you.
She was like, everybody said your soundcheck was really good. We want to come out and see you guys. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that was something. Like, they actually would watch us, and they did not have to.
Just the world's nicest people, too, man. Every single person in the crowded camp was so nice. I would
crew,
love to be
everybody.
able to play with them again.
Oh my gosh, it would be a blast.
But yeah, Kerry, their engineer, was so good. He was a really, still is a really good front of house engineer. I loved listening to his mixes every night. It's like, God, you're good. You're really good, man.
And they're all just like, seriously, just stand up people. Like, I don't think anybody ever would have doubted that, but it's like they're.
Well, I mean, I feel like right now, you guys, I always tell people, especially like if I'm doing gear videos, I'll talk about like why do I use the gear that I use. It's like Spirit of the Bear right now is in that slot where you're in the position where you're the opening band. Mm-hmm. So you're playing on bigger stages, but you're the opening band. So I feel like the gear that we bring, the setup that we bring is how do you get on, make music as fast as humanly possible with no sound check and get the hell off the stage as fast as humanly possible. Yeah. And it's like, we had it down.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, when we did the crowded thing, I think, what did we have, 10 minutes for changeover? Somewhere around that. We got
something like that.
It was 10 or 15 minutes, and we got that stage. We would get 2 songs as a sound check. You're right in front of the PA, and, James sings with his vocal mic pointed straight up. Yeah. So it's just like... Yeah.
You know what? I hate
machine.
I hate tall people. Don't want nothing.
That's why we're shooting this down, because we shot it at eye level, and the microphone stands are as big as, well, Jamie's taller than me, but
don't want nothing to do with tall people.
It's so funny that it's just every single time it's like, how do we get this done, as quick as humanly possible, and in the worst possible scenario.
Yeah.
And that's why I got good at mixing on the iPad. Yeah. Because it's like, we don't have time for a console, we don't have time for any of that crap. It's like, you just have to do it on the fastest possible thing to get sound. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, this works.
And it worked. Yeah. and we had we did 4 shows with Crowded House, right?
We did more than that.
It was like 4 or 5. Well, we did I think we did 4 shows with them, and then we booked little club shows in between all the days off.
Oh, that's right.
Because we weren't on every show for the tour, but we so we did like the first 2 shows, which I think it was Minneapolis and then Chicago Theater, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Chicago Theater.
Which is still the best sounding room I've ever been in.
That was the coolest. That was one of the coolest nights.
Shout out
and we
to
played
Chicago
the Ryman
Theater.
On that tour too.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to the Ryman.
Nope, Chicago Theater sounds better. That's the best sounding room I've ever mixed in.
Yeah.
Or it's just, you guys sounded like $1 million in that room.
It felt amazing. That was like a moment.
Shout out to Dennis from the Chicago Theater.
Yeah. Great people.
He ended up buying a big rack from us.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, yeah.
He had dinner with us that night. The production manager for the theater liked us so much that he ended up having dinner with us at catering that night. He's like, you guys are cool. Yeah. He loved that Ethan was a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, like, our keyboard player in his spare time does cancer research and like...
Hold on, let me just drop that right here. Let me pick that up.
Drop a link.
Spirit is definitely a mystery, arachnid, and enigma. Dan's an engineer. James is an engineer. Jamie's a mastering engineer. Ethan's a scientist.
Yeah, and Nate's a librarian.
I'm sorry, Nate. Oh, that's not a roast. One of my all-time favorite bass players.
Oh, he's amazing.
Nate's the best, man.
He's absolutely up there.
I can only describe Nate's bass playing as bouncy.
Yeah. No, he's one of those people that like when he joined the band, I was like, oh shoot, I got to get better at drums because he just starts playing, he just starts noodling around, and it's like the coolest thing you've ever heard.
I gotta tell you, I'm very hard on bass players. Look at you. I can dress you up, but we can't take you out. Use one of Patty's napkins that she got us for Christmas. I don't know if those are real. If we're allowed to use them or not.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is from Ivory and Birch, right?
It's a Mackenzie Child.
Oh, Mackenzie Child.
But I'm very hard on bass players. Like, my dad is a bass player.
You're a bass player.
I pretend to be a bass player. Adam DeSantis is, arguably just one of the most phenomenal musicians, bass players.
We know a lot of good bass players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like I judge bass very, very hard because everyone around me that plays bass is like the best at bass. Yeah. Nate is a really good bass player.
Phenomenal.
I wish he had a little bit more high end in his sound.
He doesn't like high end. Hey, he commits. He commits to the bit. He knows.
Oh my God, yeah, Nate knows. But God, is he good?
Sorry, what was it? But yeah, we played those 2 shows at these huge, glorious venues that we've never even come close to playing anything like it before. And the very next day, we had a show in Philly. Do you remember?
Oh, what was the name of that place? Milk Boy. Milk Boy, yeah.
It's a cool spot, but it's really great venue.
Carrying gear up 3 flights of steps.
We went from showing up to a venue where they like helped me set up my drums. There's catering. There's, I don't know.
God,
there's 5,000 people there.
They had that weird room in the basement with like a child's bed.
Yeah.
For the bands to like
relax. I was eating
a
Caesar salad. And
remember there were like 5 of us on that child's bed.
Yeah, everybody taking a nap. Taking a nap.
We walked in there, Dan was fully asleep. He didn't have any shoes on.
Yeah. But yeah, we after being pampered for a couple shows, we carry all this stupid stuff up 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah, that was a lovely reality check.
And I think we got paid like $90 for that show. It was like a Monday night. It's like nobody really showed up, but it was a good time.
I had my show file dialed in for theater. Yeah. So I had all this compression on everything. It was great. And we ended up at the Sultan Room in Brooklyn in one of my
a sick room.
Oh, beautiful room. One of my really, really good friends, Ethan, who's out on tour with Del Watergap right now. One of my favorite sound boys ever. I love him and miss him horrifically almost every day. And I was like, I'm just not getting any gain out of this thing. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, give me your iPad. He goes, hey, Arena Boy, remember your roots. And he goes, how about this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't get away with that anymore.
Yeah, you were having a bad day. You were just in a bad mood.
Well, I didn't, I had everything set up. We'd been on the road for like a week and a half or so at that point. I had the show file completely dialed in for like these 2,500 cap theaters. And then we went to play in a club and it was just like, oh yeah, you can't do that shit anymore. It's just like, Ethan was like, look at your snare drum. You're knocking 20 dB off that thing. I'm like, yeah, but it sounds cool. And in Arena, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
My uber compressed Jamie Vitullo snare sound.
Yeah.
The only band I've ever mixed in my life where the snare sound is like, the snare, the general amounts of snare vibe sets the vibe for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I feel like every engineer is like kick drum. In Spirit, it's like I have a 4-second reverb tail on your snare drum. That's why.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't notice it really. Like it just seems like it fits.
It does fit. You guys are in that cool mid-tempo genre.
Well, as I'm, obviously the most important member of the band.
Yeah, don't tell your singer.
I'm going to do, I think I'm going to start bringing the chops back.
Don't you dare. No. Yo. So again, it's like, okay, I'm going to transition roles from being a drummer to being an engineer. I can't remember. I think Quincy Jones said it. It's like, dude, you can't hear ghost notes in Arena. You can't do anything.
Not really.
It's like, it's cool. The feel of it is all there, but it's like...
Yeah, and I do think ghost notes are more so meant to be felt than heard.
Sure.
But...
I mean, and again, I pride myself on my ghost notes. Like, that is, something that I have spent a lot of time working on is that. But again, if you're playing a ballad and you have a 4-second reverb tail on your snare drum, all you hear is... It's like, you don't hear...
Yeah, right.
It's like as soon as it gets into the vibe of it is not amazing anymore.
It's like Michael Scott, the shit.
Spirit has the most reverb I've ever been able to get on anything. As a matter of fact, I just bought a new reverb unit to bring live because
nice.
I that's my only complaint about the M32 is the reverb kind of sounds like trash when you get into the long tails. So
yeah.
The PCM 96 is coming out.
We are like We have no business having this much gear and this much of a professional show for how big this band is. We're not that big.
Well, YouTube loves you. It's like
and I love YouTube.
They give me a hard time about all my general amounts of the way that I do a show, but it's like it is kind of cool to watch YouTube dig the band. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And because it's good. It sounds really good.
Yeah,
like, it's a good sounding show.
I've always thought of us as like we're a band that anyone could listen to. There's like something for everybody there, but we're not the most easy listening band.
No, I mean it's you have the same issue that I think for the most part Spirit is very accessible, and if you want to get into the nitty gritty, it's there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've never had more fun mixing a band than mixing Spirit. Aww. Spirit is my favorite band to mix because, first of all the sources sound great. Mm. They really, really sound great. A couple years ago, I was having dinner with a friend of mine in Nashville, and he's on tour with a pretty huge metal band. And they're on a stadium tour where they're the headliner. Mm. And he's a system tech. And he was telling me, he goes, man, my sources just aren't great. He goes, we just fight. The engineer and I fight every single night because the sources just sound like crap. And it's just like, it doesn't matter how good you are as an engineer. It doesn't matter if you have the best PA, you know what I mean, and the best microphones and $1 million worth of consoles and outboard gear and all that crap. If your band sounds like crap, again, all we're doing as engineers are making you louder. Mm-hmm. That's really it. You know, and
you could do mastering.
Yeah, it's called sound reinforcement. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not a miracle. It's like if your snare drum sounds like crap, it's not gonna sound any better because I put a 441 on it and run it through an 1176 with a Neve pre.
Again, not to go back to this, but Chicago theater, all 57s except for the overheads. And the kick, maybe?
Yeah. Was that there? Or was that the Ryman?
No, that was at Chicago.
Yeah,
Theater.
So I think we did. What did we do on that? So we probably had a 91 in the kick because that's my favorite kick drum mic. So we had a 91 on the kick, 57 on the toms. That's right. I think there were 451s. They were AKG 451s as your overheads, which is what I use.
And it was
those are my favorite overheads. They're $600.
It was far and away the best recording of the tour.
Yeah, it just really is. It's God, that recording sounds good. You guys should sell that. Everybody is always on me about the multi-tracks. Mm-hmm. Anytime I do a mix thing, they're like, can I get those multi-tracks?
$500 maybe.
I'm like, they're not mine to give. All right. This is my default answer for any of you who may still be listening to this. They are not my multi-tracks to give away.
No, just reach out to me. I'll subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube and I'll give them to you.
They're not mine to give away. I can't do that. So, the show sounds good. It's it's really, really awesome.
And we love having you as well.
Oh, sweet boy.
You know how difficult it is going from talking about being pampered, going from being able to mix our own ears to like telling a sound guy, "Can I have a little click?" And he's like, "Oh, how do you even do that?" What?
How was your New York show at Pianos? I didn't even ask you about that.
We didn't have any monitors.
What?
I plugged straight into my SPD pad, so all I had was click and tracks.
Oh my God.
And apparently we played great. I didn't hear anybody else. and yeah, they were like the speakers were behind us. So don't get me wrong, Pianos was a lot of fun. We had a great time. But yeah, it had been a while since we've played a venue where they're like, "What do you mean a sound system?"
Oh my God. Now, one of my favorite factoids about Spirit of the Bear is there are 2 monitor mixes. Mm-hmm. That's right, kids. 2 monitor mixes for 5 people.
That is really dumb, isn't it?
No, it's really good. And here's what I tell everybody. I'm like, listen, you play as a band then.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like, so the way we do Spirit's monitors there's a rhythm mix and a melody mix. So Jamie and Nate are on a mix and all the keyboard boys are on another mix. So you guys play as a band because if you have a bagrillion monitor mixes, You're playing to your isolated mix. You're not playing like a band. That's why everybody hated in-ear monitors when they came out.
Yeah.
It was like, because again, you're just in your own little world. That's another thing. I call it the big stage rule. Even if you're playing on a really big stage, you still have to set up really close to each other, because if you don't and you're just in your monitor mix world, you're not playing as a band. You disassociate. It's really weird. Mike and I learned that on a show. We played on this really big stage for like the first time we ever played on like a really, really big stage. We played like crap. And I played like crap. Let's call it like what it is. But we didn't gel as much as we did, because it was a really sparse arrangement. It was just piano, bass, and drums, and it was us all in our worlds. And the singer was downstage, and we didn't play super well, because if your monitors aren't amazing, you lose a lot of the nuance. And if you're used to playing in a club, you know what I mean, right on top of each other all the time, and it's like, and that's gone. You zone out, and look at the lights. Look, that girl's really cute and downstage center. You know what I mean? There's all that kind of stuff, and you just die. And I think that's the problem with in-ears. If everybody has their own mix and you're just in your own little world, you're not playing like a band anymore.
Yeah,
and it's really hard. So I mean, specifically with you guys, it's just really easy to keep you on two mixes.
Sorry, my brother's asking me to go to a bar.
Have him come over. Get the boy a mic.
What are you doing?
Well, our SD card, as I'm looking at, is running out of space, and I haven't plugged my computer in, so I'm sure we're dying on that too. So,
and I'm out of beer, so like, there's no reason for me to stay.
Degenerate. I drank this whole pot of coffee.
Oh wow. No, but yeah. Sorry. Last thing. I know some drummers who actually they play to like the album tracks. But I guess it does depend on the music. It is like prog metal-y stuff. So if a guitar player messes up, and you get thrown off as a drummer, it's probably catastrophic. But
wait, we went to 5 to 7 to 9 to 5 to 4 to 2. It's like,
So I guess I get it there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, man, Nate and I like the same things in our mix. I think he likes hearing the drums, because there's a lot of drums in our mix, and I like hearing a lot of bass.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I don't know. It's, you gotta lock in.
He's just trying to lock in.
Like the kids say these days.
All right, Jameson, where can the kids find you?
Check out my band, Spirit of the Bear. You've heard them if you watch Billy's channel. We suck. No. I'm on the socials, Jamie Vitullo everywhere, pretty much. I'm on YouTube. I got an electronic project called Ursa that's got an album coming out this year. It's gonna be this year.
Let's go.
I'm in a metal band right now that has a demo tape coming out pretty soon. It's gonna sound great. I don't know. I just scratch itches. I like different kinds of music, so. So if you like different kinds of music, you might, maybe you'll get me.
All right, this wraps up I think the third or fourth podcast that no one ever listened to. Bye.
Bye. Let's go eat some eggs or something.
Bro, I'm gonna crush some eggs.
That is where you have to cut it.